gamers, Mark TheLoneGamer here, and we are not in Skyrim, nope. Even though the character in front of you kinda reminds me of Celine, Shieldbreaker. But nope, this is Rey, not Rey Skywalker, just Rey the Rogue. She is my first ever character in Diablo 4, which is this game. Now, I recently celebrated my birthday, and to splurge and to give myself my own birthday gift, I got the game. And so I thought, well, if I'm getting this game, might as well get some content for the channel. So here, though I'm still wrestling with doing a let's play on this or not, because this isn't really the usual game I put on the channel. Though I did put Diablo 2 Resurrected let's play a few episodes, well, at least 10 episodes or so, some time back. Never really finished that, kinda lost interest after a while. But this game, so far, is the newest, of course, newest game in the Diablo franchise, which I do have a bit of a history with. I may have mentioned this in the Diablo 2 Let's Play, but Diablo 2, the original Diablo 2, was the first ever PC game that I played, or that I saw, that made me want to buy a computer for myself. At the time, I think I was already working, but at the time I didn't have my own PC. I was more of a console player at the time. But this game made me want to buy a PC because it looked awesome. It looked and sounded like nothing I'd ever seen at the time. Yeah, and a bit on the older side. But yeah, it looked great. The sounds were really savage. They were brutal. You were seeing blood on the screen. You were seeing your heroes battle these demons and undead things, and it looked great at the time. And it also kind of got me introduced to someone who became one of my best friends ever. And yeah, so I do have a bit of a history with it. And many years later, here's Diablo 4, which is just 2 games after Diablo 2. It's not a very long franchise, but, well, it's come a long way. And unfortunately, not all of the years have been good to this franchise. The Blizzard which created or made Diablo 2 is not the Blizzard that we have today, and the less said of them, the better. However, this game does harken back to the original game, because I feel that Diablo 3, while it was an okay game, I felt it was a bit divergence from the original. I didn't like it that much, though I did play quite a bit. I mean, everyone played it on PS4. But here, I think this Diablo 4 is a bit of a return to form. You have a bit of the story back that is a bit more engaging. The story this time it's very heavy into the story, and you have a lot of cinematics, fully voiced cutscenes, though a lot of them are in-engine. But that said, in-engine is really good. As you can see here, the character looks really good. But actually, the character here looks a lot good than the in-game cutscenes. But look at that. Look at the detail. So you have 5 character classes that you can choose from, male or female, and you can go through the game with them. And basically, Diablo is basically a game which is very linear. are usually very linear, but in this case, it's more open world. You can go to a lot of places. Eventually, you will have to go through the main quest line. It has a very MMO feel to it because this game is an always online game. And before, I was very wary of doing always online because I just didn't feel like I could handle it. I didn't like that you have to be online or you have to have internet on. But I think that was for all this time that was because internet was something that I had to pay for by the hour, or it wasn't easy to pay for. But these days, I think, well, for the past several years actually, internet has improved a lot. The quality of the internet, the speed of the internet. So rarely do I have lags or drops in connection. Though I'm still very wary of doing fighting games, but for something like Diablo 4, I think it's a lot easier. Plus, for the most part, internet is paid for monthly, and in that month you are basically you have unlimited access, so that's fine. And I have been playing a mobile game that is always online for the past couple of years as well. So yeah, it's always online, but yeah, I like it, and I want to show you some stuff. Let's go and play a bit with Ray. Now, the main flaw about being online is, of course, if you drop connection, you'll lose progress, probably, and that sucks. So, as you can see, we've been playing the game for the past several days, putting a lot of hours into it, as is usually the case, because Diablo 2 and well, the whole series, it's very addictive. It has that quality. If you get into it, there's always that just push a little further, do one more trek over the hill, do one more dungeon, do one more encounter, and that's what makes it so good. And it really isn't an RPG in the sense like in the same sense like Skyrim or Baldur's Gate, or even something like what else? Well, RPGs that basically immerse you, because as you can see, the perspective is a top-down 3/4 isometric view, and this has always been the case since the first game, and it's never changed. And that gives it a bit of a very video game feel, a bit detached. Like you're not the character, you're like the god, or well, the power that controls the character. So you won't be seeing first-person views or whatever. But that said, the gameplay is that's what it's all about, and the big part of the enjoyment and the satisfaction of Diablo is shaping your character, learning new skills, getting stronger, being able to kill more efficiently, getting gear that's more powerful, and killing bigger, stronger, more monsters. And the more efficient you are, the more fun it is, because it's so damn satisfying. So what's the story? I don't want to spoil anything of consequence, but basically you're an adventurer in the world of Sanctuary, a very depressing, very dangerous fantasy world, which apparently has a very dark past, and you have to come to grips with it as a member of this, as a person who lives in this world. And to that end, you are fighting a demon called Lilith, who has been seen in the advertising for this game. And despite it being called Diablo, Diablo 4. It's actually not. You're not fighting Diablo, at least not yet, as far as I know. So we're going around pursuing Lilith. But as we do that, we're going to be doing other side quests, exploring and killing things, killing a lot of things. Now, my character is level 41, so she's gotten a lot stronger. So you can see here. I pretty much sell all the stuff I get that I don't use, because it's basically just upgrading every chance you get. Because I think the game has scaling, which means you're always going to be on your toes, because enemies can and will kill you. It's not like Dark Souls or anything that enemies are particularly strong. You'll get killed because probably you'll be overwhelmed. And the key is being able to avoid, get out of trouble, and just deal out as much damage as possible. Now, the stuff that we have is, at this point, we have legendary stuff. We have a legendary crossbow. A lot of our stuff is legendary. Like our helmet, basically, if you stand still, it will eventually conjure up these phantoms. They're like the phantoms from Final Fantasy remake, and they just circle around you and they give you damage reduction. And of course, we have a crossbow, which is basically a machine gun. Well, actually, why am I not able to move? I think that's a bit of a bug. I think that might be a bug. Yeah, it's the internet. Alright, anyway. Oh, alright, we reset. So, yeah, we have a perk that, oh, alright. Gotta love the internet. We have a perk that basically turns our bows into a machine gun. And there are different skills. And it's pretty awesome. Now let's do some monster killing. Anyway. So yeah, there is a bit of MMO feel, because you do have an open world. This so far is what I've been able to travel to, but I'm fairly sure that all of this will eventually be unlocked. That's a lot more stuff. So it's a large world. And yeah, there's a lot of content. And this is the content that's out of the box, which is good, because of course Blizzard has been known for the past decade or so for microtransactions and just penny pinching and just making you pay for a lot of stuff. You can, and there is stuff I've heard that is really egregious, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go with whatever I have here. I bought the deluxe version of the game, and I'm staying with that. I'm not going to spend any more on this game than I have already. I spent, I think, about $90. So that's the deluxe version. So we have some stuff. We have stuff to play with. And yeah. So all this you can go through. And there are lots of side quests, lots of dungeons. And basically dungeons are just vast. They're a crawl. And you're going to have to slog through them. And you have to have a character that's strong enough to do it, because it can get really, really dangerous. And where are we? Where are we? Oh, there we are. Okay. So there are quests here. It's pretty... what do you call this? What do you call it? It's very much, yeah, as you can see, that's a player character. So it does have that MMO feel that you will often see player-controlled characters existing in the world. And sometimes they can help you if you are lucky enough to be in a fight, and on occasion another player will come around and help you fight. Maybe even you can team up with your friends to fight in dungeons. But I'm going through this solo. Whoa! Alright. Yeah, she's Ray's pretty strong at this point. But we're level 41, that's nothing. Characters are really going to be in the hundreds, I think, or at least level 100. So basically our crossbow is both a shotgun and a machine gun with the right perks. So we have a dungeon here. Oh. So we have skills that will put shadow damage. Knocks them back. It's pretty cool. We can lay down traps. See that there's a chance that our attacks will cause a rain of arrows to spawn. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, the thing with Diablo is that it's like this. Everything is geared towards combat, so it's really not an RPG. You're going through stories. To its credit, there are dialogue choices, but they're just lore or information. It's not like you choose something and you change the course of the story. You just get information before something else. So yeah, everything basically is geared towards combat, just making your character stronger. But if you get into that gameplay loop, it's really, really fun. And the story is actually pretty good so far. And it's well told, very clear. And the world changes as you go. Alright, so we have to slay someone, collect the gate key. Now, something about these dungeons is we're going to go through the dungeon, and that'll be the video, I guess. These dungeons are vast. They are really big. See, they seem to sometimes go on forever, but that's the good thing. That's awesome. That's content. I think the game has at least 100 dungeons, and that's initially. Eventually, they'll have a battle pass for this game. There are also advanced dungeons later on, like they call them nightmare dungeons. And there are variations to the game. There are like different levels, like new game pluses that you can switch to eventually after you finish the game, I think. And you can keep playing. So this is a game that just keeps on giving, and you don't have to pay money if you don't want to. So you originally start with just 4 potions. Unlike previous games, you have a belt or a kind of belt where you can put potions and you upgrade the number as you go. From what I can tell, you have to complete challenges to get potion upgrades. You have to complete quests, which is fine. Alright. yeah, a part of really the part of the fun really is making a character who can get through all this content. Because this isn't easy at the start. If you haven't been upgrading your character, you can die really easily. But since we have pretty good armor, we have lots of perks and resistances, we can actually tank hits even though we're a rogue. And rogues normally aren't known for being able to tank. So at level 41, we've already unlocked most of the moves in the skill tree. So we've actually already reached the ultimate move, and this is our ultimate move. So basically they're traps, so we're a trapster, as well as a ranged attacker. And another aspect of the fun is there are lots of builds that you can do.
I'm out of energy.
So there are lots of builds using different kinds of moves. So you can specialize in very specific styles. And there are lots of videos online on YouTube that will show you the best builds. Me, I'm really a bit of a casual. I'm really not that into making the best builds, but it is very satisfying to see your character being able to get through the content. That's our ultimate move. So key is being able to keep your resources, like the right ball is your energy, so that's basically your mana. The red ball is your life, so you have to keep an eye on them because it's very easy to just suddenly die. You have to have so we use poison and shadow.
Energy.
You will hear that a lot. I'm out of energy. Alright, so what do we get? So at this point we can get legendary weapons and armor and we just throw them away. Or at least sell them. Because I'm not going to replace my current crossbow with just anything, even something that gives more damage, because this one has a chance to make it rain arrows. That's awesome. Oh well. ring. The ring gives us additional. Nah, it's not that good. Oh. Anyway. Ooh, alright. So we actually have both ranged and dual weapon abilities, but we're specializing in ranged. It's up to you to set up what skills you can use, and for better or worse, I'm using controller, and well, that may kind of limit what moves I can do. I can only set up so many moves with my controller. But it's fine. At least I'm really comfortable with using a controller. I can really never get used to mouse and keyboard, unfortunately. But I like it that the game does support. I really like it that the game supports controller out of the box. Whoa! And so far, I really think don't think that my character is the most optimal. But I've seen a couple of videos and I've learned some things, some tricks, what skills seem to be very effective. And so far, I've been able to reach Act 2, defeat a couple of very tough bosses, and it works.
I'm not ready yet.
Ow. Seems to be a lot of waste with healing potions. You can't pick everything up, but sometimes you can see 3, 4, maybe more healing potions and they just vanish after a while. And you're going to have to go with that.
It's locked.
And I have to say the voice acting for the character, it's not bad, but it's approaching Celine's voice acting. And she's being voiced by an AI. Uh-oh. Oh, so we have to go there to go find the key. Yeah, these dungeons are big. And for the most part, enemies are everywhere, or there are just bunches of them. But that's the fun. And sometimes there are quests here, there are events. I always come upon an event where there are injured adventurers asking for help, and it's pretty okay. They're like the side quests. Well, I like that it's like a shotgun. It's awesome.
I saw a serpent coiling in the fires of the eternal conflict. Saw my corpse. And from my mouth crawled hatred. The weak made strong. Tears of blood rained on it as a jewel. Torn asunder. Spear of light, piercing hatred's heart. Wise man with 7 arms. Fog of lies. Plagues of every name. saw a child give birth to a mother. As hatred's sun set, and that of terror and destruction dawned.
Right, not that hard. But then we faced one of the major bosses and we came out fine. This, I don't think this is a major boss. I should have used a potion. So yeah, not too hard, but we could have died very easily. It's not, you can't just stand around not doing anything. Though I'm not sure if there are other classes that can do that. I'm sure the barbarian is going to have to tank through everything. Oh, alright, we have to go there. And the rogue at least is expected to be able to dodge around. But I think evade or dodging is a common move. But yeah, rogues are kind of like mages who only use one spell, which is basically their attacks. So I'm thinking, if I do decide on doing a let's play for this on the channel, because if I have the game, I'm going to throw in lots of hours for it. Might as well get some content for the channel. I'll probably do it with other classes. But I want to run through the game first because it's very easy to just aimlessly go through the game if you don't know what you're doing. So yeah, I want to play it first and see if I actually liked it. So far I do like it.
I need more time. I need more time. I'm not ready yet. I need time to do that. I need more energy.
Alright. Uh-oh. We're down to our last 3 potions. Considering that I started the game at 4 and only recently was able to upgrade it to 6, we're doing well. Alright. You think that this would be the end of the dungeon, but I'm fairly sure, or there's a good chance that there's still a lot more. Yeah, we don't know. I think there's a lot more.
I need more time. Out of energy.
Whoa!
More time.
That is a good time. It really helps that our basic skill is made for knocking back enemies.
I'm low on energy. I need time to do that.
Alright. What else? Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. That's a lot of stuff. Hey, I don't know why they still have gold as a reward. I already have 1,000,000 gold. I don't actually buy anything. But it's a nice
I need time to do that.
I guess it's a nice measure of your success.
I need more time.
Alright. Oops. Intuitive. That was what I was looking for. Because I just started playing this game a couple of days ago, and it's I think I'm doing very well. We have a shrine ability that gives us a bit more protection. Might as well use it.
I need more time.
Alright. Next. Oh. Oh. Yes. There's nothing really that's more complex than find something, destroy it, or kill it. That doesn't have to be. What is going on?
I need more time.
So I guess we can see this drop. Wow. Alright.
I need time to do that.
Ow.
I'm out of energy. I'm not ready yet.
I don't know what's going on. Just kill everything. Alright. So we're looking for orange items, which are the legendaries. Is that it? Nope. Still goes. What did I say about these dungeons being vast? They just go on and on. Which is good, actually. Alright, I need to go out. So yeah, story-wise, my ultimate is still there. Story-wise, it will get you through the game. But I think a lot of people, they don't even care about the story. Me, I really like the story. So it's just a... Ooh. Whoa, that almost killed us. Alright, don't be near those things when you blow them up. I like it.
Need more time.
Ooh. Come on.
Need more time.
Sorry if I'm not talking. Kind of busy.
Don't have enough energy.
I kill you and I take your pants. And the thing about this game, almost everyone has a Russian accent. Either a Russian accent or an Irish or Scottish accent. Because the world is it seems to be based on Celtic or Celtic England. At least this part of the world, so there are lots of druids. And there's a bit of a situation between the native druids and the colonizing knights. So it makes for a lot of drama. Alright, we have to go there. So yeah, it's really fun. And this is just with a probably the most straightforward class, which is the rogue. I mean, it's not about stealth really at this point. It's just about dealing damage either with dual wielded weapons or with bows. And it really doesn't matter if you have a crossbow or a longbow or a regular bow. In your hands, it's a machine gun.
Need more time. I don't have enough energy. I need more time.
Oh, come on.
I need time to do that. I need more time.
Calling in help. Bastard.
I need more time.
I guess it would be easier if you had help.
I need more
But it
time.
wouldn't be as much fun. Oh, come on. Here does the aim.
I need more time.
I think it's just a matter of keeping at bay, just avoiding him, and don't be too greedy. Almost done. That is satisfying. First try. Really, first try. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm first try. It's just a matter of just preparing. And that's the dungeon. And fortunately, you don't have to go all that way. It's not like in Skyrim that there's a secret passage that will lead you out, no. But you can just teleport out and just leave. So yeah, that was Diablo 4. Yes, I think it's a really worthy sequel to this franchise. I'm glad I have it. I don't like any of the microtransactions, but the base game itself is already so full of content. It's a very quality game. It's very, very fun. The story is very engaging. The graphics look great. It's a return to form, I think, to the original, or at least the more popular and classic Diablo 2, instead of the more kind of cartoony, overtly saturated Diablo 3. And there are only 5 characters: a rogue, a barbarian, a druid, a necromancer, and what else? What did I say? Barbarian, druid, rogue, sorcerer, necromancer. But I don't know. They might add more classes when they do expansions. But for now, I think there's a lot of game here. You can go through the quest, the campaign, with multiple builds, different classes. And yeah, it's just something that you can play. And it's actually very relaxing in a way when you're just playing at night. You just want to kill. It's very cathartic. You don't have to think much. Just let your skill or your muscle memory do the talking. We'll see. I'm not sold on doing a let's play, but if I do, we'll see it. Chime in if you want to. If you want to see it, particularly if you have a particular class you want to see go through the game, I'll see what I can do. In any case, this is Mark TheLoneGamer here in Diablo 2. And we will be back with more Skyrim, or Skyrim roleplay, very soon. Just had this video for variety. and more content to the channel. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it, and please like if you like it, and don't like if you don't. Just tell me what you want to see, and we're here. And I will see you all in the next video.